Alright, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do this video in the car because, it's raining and wet and miserable outside. So, I'm trying to get a couple videos out tonight. I just have zero motivation today. We're just kind of hanging out with the child and everything. But we're at least going to get one video up tonight before I call it a day. And that is tourniquets. Before I continue into this, I have never physically had to apply a tourniquet to myself or somebody else. And I'm perfectly okay with that. So I have no real world experience with tourniquets besides just, basic, besides just kind of practicing on myself and reading up on it and YouTube and all that other stuff. But I'm perfectly okay with the fact that I've never actually had to physically use a tourniquet on somebody. But with that being said, I am a firm believer in having access to multiple tourniquets. Now, why is that? So, I'm going to put credit on this on a movie I watched a few years ago called Kilo 2 Bravo. Pretty good movie. I actually kind of want to find it again. I haven't seen it in a while. But after watching that movie and seeing as to how things escalated so quickly and needing multiple tourniquets, I was like, even though this is a movie, that's actually not a terrible idea. Even though I highly doubt I'm going to, walk through a minefield or whatever, but there might be a situation at some point in my life to where either I get shot, my wife gets shot, or, somebody, there's multiple injuries. And having access to multiple tourniquets is going to be beneficial. Now, will that ever happen? No. No, probably not. Probably not. But, yeah, after watching that movie, it kind of clicked in my head. Like, you know what? It probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to have access to multiple tourniquets at one point in time. So, right now, on my person, right now, I have tourniquet. Now, yes, I do utilize the Recon medical tourniquets, and I'm well aware that there were some problems with Recon medical, in regards to lawsuits and everything. But the way I look at it, and I'll do a separate video on this, but the way I look at it, there are so many knockoff cheap $5 Chinese-made tourniquets that look almost identical to the actual cat tourniquet. So the lawsuit against Recon Medical really doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because I can go on Amazon right now and probably find at least 10 different tourniquets that look exactly like a cat tourniquet. But that's besides the point. So I do carry on my person one tourniquet. Now, when I'm at work or out and about, or let's start with at work. When I'm at work, I have a tourniquet in my jacket in one of the inside pockets, and then I have a tourniquet in my work bag. So if something were to happen at work, I have access to 3 different tourniquets. I have my initial tourniquet, and then I have 2 more on standby if needed. I'm not going to sit here and walk around with 3 tourniquets on me. That not really logical. But I do have 2 additional tourniquets that I can easily get to in the event of something happening, whether it's an explosion, an injury, active shooter, whatever. So then to just like everyday life outside of work, I do drop down to 2 tourniquets. The one tourniquet that's on my person, and then tourniquet in the jacket. Once winter's done and over with and I really don't need a jacket, I'm going to kind of play around with ways to carry other tourniquets, but we'll cross that bridge when that time comes. But then we move into my car. I carry a rat's tourniquet right here, which I know there's people who really don't much care for them. Me personally, this is zip tied on top of this thing, primarily for the fact that it's quick, easy access, and it's a backup tourniquet. If I run out of tourniquets, if it's just like a complete total mess, you know, I have access to tourniquets. And plus with the rat's tourniquet, if you are at work, if you are going out to dinner, you know, going somewhere nice, and you don't have like cargo pants or, you know, pants that you can put multiple things in, these rat's tourniquets, I find, are very easy to just conceal in your pocket, wrap around your belt line, and not even have to worry about it. And then I carry switch hands here. I have another tourniquet ready to go in my center console. So in my car, I have 2 extra tourniquets. While I'm at work, I have 2 extra tourniquets, not including the one I carry on my person. I used to run the SWAT T tourniquets. I like them, but I kind of chose to not carry them as a primary tourniquet, only in the fact that they're not easy to apply to yourself. Or, yes, they're not easy to apply to yourself if you have an arm injury. I mean, a leg injury is a little different, but if you get shot in the arm or you're cut on the arm or whatever, they're not the easiest to apply to your arm. It's more of something like, okay, my buddy here just got shot, I need to apply a tourniquet. So the SWAT T tourniquets are kind of on standby in a couple kits I have. I do need to order in a couple more because, you know, medical supplies are nice to have. SWAT Ts are nice to have because, you know, SWAT Ts can be used for multiple things. Pressure dressing, holding something together because you don't have rope, you know, whatever. You know, there's so many different purposes that you can use a SWAT T for. But yes, that's kind of the gist of this video, is running multiple tourniquets. I'm not saying that you have to go carry 30 tourniquets with you and, you know, do it that way, but having one on your person and then 2, maybe 3 extra that you have easy access to is quite beneficial, because you never know when you're going to be in a position to where you need multiple tourniquets. And finally, on that note, anytime it comes down to medical, anytime, whether it's something simple or something advanced, take the time to get proper knowledge on how to do those things, how to apply a tourniquet, how to apply a pressure dressing, how to do all of this stuff. So that's what I have for this video. I gotta go back inside. I'm gonna try to be up later tonight with another video. We'll see how that goes. But other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful night.